Hey there, y'all, and welcome to today's Daily Down and Dirty. My name is Fairlight. Welcome to Airy Fairy Tarot. All right, y'all. So the cards that came out, it's so weird because I thought I was going to use a different deck, and then I was just putting these other cards away, and these cards came out, and felt like I had to share the message. So we've got the 7 of crystals, which they call dullness, and we've got the 8 of crystals, which is called synthesis. And I had to really go into it, deepen into it. And what I felt from it with the dullness, I feel more like a numbness. It's like we're shiny underneath, but we've built things up around us. It just feels like going numb. And I don't know why I get, and then we also have the 7 of Wands, and it was just, I guess, just the readings I did before that maybe led to this. But it was, and something with the synthesis too, where a synthesis is like a blending of attributes to make something greater. The wholeness is greater than the sum of its parts, or whatever that cliche saying is. So something in that synthesis, but something underneath this dullness. And so it feels like there is a need to move beyond the numbness. And I don't know that the word beyond is right. It feels more like a deepening into getting underneath the layers of the numbness. Like what has happened to cause this need for numbness? What has, and I just want to say breathe. And kind of what I was feeling today, and I might do another bonus reading today. I wasn't able to get to a reading yesterday, so maybe I'll get for this, so maybe I'll do 2 daily down and dirties today. And so I was feeling like I needed to go through the whole process where I call to our guides. I don't normally do that on camera, but whatever we need to do, it's like to pierce through our own layers of numbness. I don't know how else to say it. And it feels like, getting into the heart of the matter, getting past the filters in the brain or whatever. It's almost like the brain is like a guard against going any further, and we need to bypass that. We need to go beyond the numbness again, because underneath that dullness, and I'm trying to feel like what really wants to be said to that there is this shininess underneath, but and all I can feel is like layers of pain. And so it feels like we need to address this pain. We need to get to the root of it. We need to validate the pain. We need to confront, and I don't mean confrontation in like a offensive way. It just feels like more like shining a light on it, shining a light into the shadow. And what are we so afraid of? What is in that pain? What are we so afraid of? And I just really feel like tears welling up. So maybe have a journal, or I always like to say, do some psychedelics and sit by a waterfall. I think that's what I need to do. But really confronting what that is, because it does feel like once you shine a light in that shadow, whatever is underneath, whatever you're numb to, it is a vulnerable piece. It very much is like that child hiding in the dark, and that inner child deserves to be recognized. That inner child, all of that pain, again, you deserve validation. You deserve to hear your own voice. You deserve it. There's something about advocacy, and that's been a strong theme I've noticed here over the last few weeks. Like in palm readings, it's like where so often, people's guides will take me right to where their gifts are. If there's a channeling line, that's like usually the first thing I look for. Are you a channel? Or where's the trauma? And then lately there's been a lot of emphasis on advocacy and recognizing the mirror. There's so much about mirroring too, about, if we feel drawn to advocate for others, or for for a cause. For it doesn't just have to be other people, although it very much could be, but advocating for trees, advocating for four-legged beings or winged beings or whatever it is, but also advocating for yourself, advocating for your inner child, advocating for the brilliance that's underneath the dullness, taking off those layers that have dulled your shine. And so then again, we've got this Eight of Crystals, which is a synthesis, and it very much feels like you probably have some strengths that you rely on, or that you what is the word, it's almost like a default kind of a setting or something. You fall back on your strengths, but maybe looking into the weaknesses, looking into the vulnerability, there's something there that is so powerful and empowering that the synthesis of these multiple aspects of yourself, again, that brilliance can shine so much more brightly, and it feels like there's an illumination that takes place, where not only when you remove that dullness, again, there's a shininess, not only when the light is reflected onto you, but it's also this illumination shining from within. And I think allowing that sparkle, and isn't it interesting that you can have such a brilliance about yourself? Maybe you've got some sort of talents or gifts or passions or inclinations or knowledge or whatever it is that probably it wasn't received well earlier in your lifetime, and so that's why it got covered over by this dullness. But once you allow that brilliance to shine, and who gives a fuck what anybody thinks anyway? How does it make you feel to be illuminated from within? How does it make you feel to acknowledge and validate and there feels like some sort of confirmation, confirming to yourself that you are this brilliant, beautiful light being, and so whoever I'm talking to, allowing that, and how it makes you feel, and how you love yourself, and how you show up for yourself. And if other people don't get it, fuck them. It doesn't matter. It's not about them. It's just about how you feel. And yes, connection is so important, but that's why we kind of conform, because we thrive on that connection with others. But there's something about this deeper connection with the authentic light within yourself that it's like it supersedes all else right now. And then we have this Seven of Wands called Courage. So you've got these two sevens moving from dullness to courage, and in between there is this synthesis. And it really is the courage to shine brightly for yourself. I like this deck. Normally the Seven of Wands is more like you've gained higher ground, and so it's like you've been able to rise above and out of those who maybe are attacking you or coming after you. You've gained higher ground so that you're somewhat impervious to those attacks. But I like that this is the courage. It's almost being more not being offensive. I don't know what other word to say, but I'm thinking like, and I'm not really a competitive sports kind of a person, but really having that activating force. So I guess in that light, offensive would be the right word, not to be offensive, but if being your authentic self, and if really having the courage to display who you are and to really actively go after that which you truly want in life, or that you want to create in life. If others take offense to that, then fuck them. Don't dull your shine for the approval of others. And I know we all do that to greater and lesser degrees, because that's what we're kind of programmed to do. We're indoctrinated into that. But fuck that. We are creative creator beings, and it's really important to allow ourselves to shine brightly right now, because, not only is it important for us to light the way home for ourselves, but also that deep connection with others. We are the light that draws that to ourselves. So I hope this helps whoever is watching this, and peace and love until next time.